The top stories: government finds a new cheaper borrowing source, no final agreement reached yet in the Barrack case, and the new road tennis champion laments the quality of coaching. Welcome to Nation News for Tuesday, September the 16th, 2014.
No matter where you are in the world, at home or abroad, Nation News keeps you connected with what's happening in Barbados through our website, video newscast, and online e-papers. So stay connected with Nation News. Your time, your way.
The Barbados government may have found a new source to borrow from at less than the onerous terms that its dodgy credit rating allows. According to Moody's rating service, the government has agreed to become a shareholder in the Development Bank of Latin America, known by its Spanish acronym CAF, and a major lender in Latin America and the Caribbean. Moody's said the agreement, subject to ratification by Parliament, will make Barbados eligible to borrow from the bank, and called the move a credit positive that will broaden the government's otherwise limited financing pool. Moody's frequent downgrades of Barbados has made the country's loan rates more expensive, but the ratings agency warned that this move to lower borrowing costs will not by itself be enough to address Barbados's ongoing credit challenges. 2 years ago, the Financial Times of London reported that for infrastructural projects, the Caracas-based CAF now provides more funding to Latin America than the World Bank and the Inter-American Development Bank combined, largely as a result of its less restrictive regulations. A land dispute has been partly blamed for the housing problems experienced by Pearline Downs, the elderly woman of Bathsheba St. Joseph, whose dilapidated conditions were highlighted last week on Nation News after she was forced to leave her daughter's home. Housing Minister Dennis Kelman said the Rural Development Commission had been working for the past 4 years on the matter, but the dispute had prevented the agency from building a replacement home for the 69-year-old. And to make matters worse, there are no units currently available at the National Housing Corporation, with recent house fires putting pressure on the NHC. Mr. Kelman said a house will be built as soon as the dispute is settled or if another spot is found, as a contractor has offered a free service. The minister has also been talking about another topic, the Barrack negotiations. Mr. Kelman said government was close to reaching an agreement with the contractor, who is owed more than $50 million. Last month, a frustrated Mr. Barrack padlocked the Warren's office complex, shutting out hundreds of public sector workers. Waste disposal has been in the news in recent months, what with the solid waste tax and the Sanitation Service Authority's struggles with garbage collection. Now, the Environment Minister Dennis Lowe says a surveillance team is being deployed to go across the country and speak with householders on how they deal with their litter.
I've just asked for a surveillance team to be put in place to move around the country on a daily basis to see what is happening. I don't think we can manage waste collection from our offices. People have to get out, and people have to talk to residents and understand what is happening. And that is what we're trying to encourage now to happen at the authority.
Dr. Lowe was speaking ahead of the International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer, which is being celebrated. The Earth's ozone layer protects all life from the sun's harmful radiation, though human activities have damaged this shield. The search is on to find the country's best cook. A dash of spice is being added this year to NIFCA, the National Independence Festival of Creative Arts, with the addition of a cookout. Cranston Brown, the CEO of the NCF, which organizes NIFCA, says the foundation has been getting requests for some time to find the best Bajan cook. This year, there will also be a culinary arena and expo, a professional and celebrity cook-off, and a place for people to showcase and sell their products. A call has been made for Barbados and other Caribbean countries to follow Cuba's example and assist West Africa with the Ebola outbreak in the area. President of the Cuban-Barbadian Friendship Association, David Denny, said Cuba had sent more than 165 medical workers to assist, and other governments should follow suit. In sport, the new king of road tennis is concerned about the state of coaching in the sport. Antoine Lil Man Daniel, he's not so little, who won the Monarch of the Courts tournament on Sunday, says more needs to be done to nurture young players.
We're thinking about getting road tennis abroad. My thing about that is that you have to get it right here first, right? We can't look at the players from secondary schools. You can't look at like me and Jack. So we soon finish with this sport now. I think they should have more coaches in primary schools to keep this game going. At a point in time, this game is going to be big. And you don't want to be out of the race, not when you started it. So my concern is that we have one coach in Barbados coaching road tennis. I think a lot more coaches, or a couple more coaches, would do well.
Daniel won the $10,000 first prize in the Monarch of the Courts, beating the country's #1 player, Julian Michael Jackson White. And what are the plans for the windfall?
The $10,000 person really is money, and we like money, but I'm from the old school. The prestige would be good.
And finally, a lawyer in Cameroon says a man convicted of homosexuality was accused of drinking Bailey's Irish cream, which the judge considers feminine. Michael Togue said one of his clients was accused of having feminine mannerisms and was convicted by a judge who said the defendant's fondness for Bailey's Irish cream was proof that he failed to conform to gender roles. Mr. Togue has defended dozens of accused homosexuals in Cameroon, where homosexuality is punishable by a prison term of up to 5 years. Maybe you should use rum cream. And that's Nation News for Tuesday. For more, log on to our website, nationnews.com, as well as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And get your Midweek Nation on Wednesday.